Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another Social Sports Pad podcast.
Miss us?
Yeah, it is. It's been a little bit. We definitely had some Super Bowl hangover as we saw the Kansas City Chiefs take home another crown, and it was definitely a fun matchup. You were definitely you held on to your seats like that last holding call, but
Fuck that holding call.
I was holding on to my bottle of Crown Royal, by the way, and I'm getting sick and tired. Mahomes already. Can he fade into the ether like getting banned like TikTok?
We will talk about that in a little bit. Definitely we'll cover that. We will cover the wonderful week that it was. We'll cover the XFL. We'll cover the Daytona 500 a little bit. We'll also cover how white men can jump. I am your host, Ricky. As you heard already, that is the Cobra. And with me is Ben, and I have Dylan today. So we are going to go ahead and cover it. So everybody say hey to the social verse.
Hey,
Hey,
As I stated before, did you miss us?
Right.
I'm working on possibly getting a couple more people up in here. So if
All
two
right.
people join, I'll let you know.
All right. I mean, I got, I'm watching the screen. I'll say hey. But yeah, let's talk about the Super Bowl. Definitely the game was a very good one. Unfortunately for me, I didn't win no money on it. I changed my lineup at like the last second.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that fucked me a little bit because I had Hurts as my MVP, but I was like, okay, Hurts, Mahomes, Kelsey, I had McKinnon, and then I was like, okay, I got like $200 left. So I moved everything around a little bit so that I can, have like actual full roster of people playing instead of the one person that's never playing.
Yeah.
Um, and trust me, I gone with my original lineup, I probably would have been like, at least got my money back. But hey, you live, you learn. You are not the New York Jets. So,
Yeah, which that's always the second mistake of New York being a Jets fan.
I mean, the only thing worse is being a Mets fan.
Low Mets reign supreme once again.
So yes. So obviously I got it wrong on the who I thought was going to have the best commercial. I mean, to be fair, the commercials were kind of lackluster this year.
The
I agree.
commercials stunk.
I agree.
Yeah,
a rarity for the Super Bowl, brother.
I'm probably gonna
Yeah.
say the best one in my opinion was the Uber one. Was the Diddy one hit wonder commercial.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the rest were kind of, it was kind of a mid year. Come on,
Yeah.
I didn't want some creativity.
Yeah,
But hey, football is kind of done. On that.
as far as the big time, but we have the fantastic new hotness available. This is the XFL.
Yeah, it is back, baby.
That was my best Vince McMahon impersonation. Now I need to have you guys sign an NDA.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah. Well,
XFL
in terms of your Vince McMahon impression, you're fired.
That was worse.
Either way, we all got them.
Yeah.
We all got them. We all got, we all probably are going to walk around in our Vince McMahon struts and have like 4 million affairs or something like that.
Don't forget the chapstick and have your best friend join the Kiss My Ass Club.
Yeah, just say, you're right there.
But
yeah, the XFL is back with its third attempt being a league. The first one we gloriously failed, in
the
Ball of
second
Flames,
one-
and the
and the
second
sec-
one was going well, but was
Coronavirus.
the coronavirus just fucked everything up.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's nice to see the XFL. It's nice to see the USFL. USFL starts in April, I believe, but it's
Yeah.
nice to see those leagues get back. I mean, I for one definitely hope that they do succeed.
Yeah.
Continue on. I mean, do I see them as a direct competitor to the NFL?
No.
No.
Supplier, yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, probably the best thing that the XFL can have, and the USFL is basically any sort of like rule changes. They need to implement them with the XFL first, and the USFL, just to kind of see how everything works.
Speaking of the kickoffs,
That is a tremendous change. Like being able to actually have kickoff returns.
Just a round of applause on that one, man.
Yeah, that was created last year. Well, the coronavirus year, 2 years ago.
Well, I mean, in a way, the kickoff is a very penalty-filled event for no reason.
Yeah.
And I mean, especially with the way kickers' legs are anymore,
Mhm.
I'm surprised that we even have kickoff returns anymore.
Yeah.
Because of just how phenomenal these kickers and their legs are.
Not just the legs, but they're athletes, man.
I mean, yeah, kickers are people too.
About that.
But yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, like something something that I'm surprised they didn't do with the NFL to kind of especially since they want more scoring would be on kickoffs. Hey, kick the ball through the goalpost, you get a point.
Yeah, how do we feel about the
what they would do with the
forcing them to go for it instead of having
a
to go for
football league rule?
I mean, didn't they do that in the? I mean, I didn't really catch the XFL.
The second time around.
Yeah, the second turnaround.
Yeah, they did.
Didn't they have that 1, 2, and 3?
I believe they had the 1, 2, and 3 the second time around. Yeah, they had that. They brought over majority of the rules that they already had.
I mean, definitely. I'm glad they didn't bring back the scrum for the ball and instead of a coin toss.
Yeah,
we don't need that.
Don't try to make the better mousetrap.
I'm just glad it's no gimmicks. And what's even better?
And a coin toss, 50-50.
What makes it even better are the owners, The Rock and what's her name? They've made it to all 4 games over the weekend. So way to go with showing support of your league.
Yeah.
That looks good.
I mean, yeah, like it's not a bunch of bitchy billionaires just sitting around and counting money.
I mean, granted, they're probably not going to do it every single week.
Yeah, I mean, Rock's got
he has kids. He has
Rock's got money.
Kids.
He has other stuff.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, I'm surprised. Like when they talked about Daniel Snyder, that The Rock didn't. Hey, here's me owning a stake in the Washington team.
I think he'd rather have a Florida team.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I think the next owners of the Washington team is going to be a conglomerate group, almost like how St. Louis was,
or Miami.
Which I'm also surprised that we didn't see like a St. Louis team in the XFL. Like we saw San Antonio, but pretty much every other team, other than Albuquerque.
St. Louis team.
There is? All right.
I think there's opportunity. There is opportunity for the XFL to grow. I think the reason why it's so condensed like it is because they don't want another 2020. They want to make sure that they get through this full season and then grow.
Yeah. I mean, it would make sense.
Yes.
Yeah, and I mean,
here are the teams. So you have the Vegas Vipers, you have the Arlington Renegades, you have the Orlando Guardians, the Houston Roughnecks, the St. Louis Battlehawks, San Antonio Brahmas, Seattle Sea Dragons, and the DC Defenders. That's the XFL.
I mean, definitely, definitely works. I'm surprised that none of the leagues actually, have gone into Salt Lake. Yeah, I mean, as much as people like why go into Utah? I mean,
The Mormons will do anything for money.
I wasn't even gonna go that far, but no,
So-
I mean, like we've had Utah Jazz, we've so like
Well, this is interesting too, though.
so
So I'm looking at the USFL, and the teams that they have is interesting choices here. So they got Michigan Panthers. Then they got the New Jersey Generals, the Philadelphia Stars, the Pittsburgh Maulers, Birmingham Stallions. I'm guessing that's Alabama.
mhm.
Yeah.
Houston Gamblers, the Memphis Showboats, and the New Orleans Breakers. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, basically 5 teams that have NFL teams. 5 locations with 5 NFL teams. Why are they doing that? That's more than what XFL really has, really. Jamie.
Hey, what's going on?
Right.
We're discussing the XFL, a little bit of the USFL, but it hasn't started yet, obviously. But we're just comparing them to.
So here's something interesting. Paxton Lynch managed to be benched in 3 different leagues. How about that?
What
He's
a
a round of applause. Did he get benched in college at all?
He
Oh,
got
I'm
benched
sure he
in
did.
the XFL.
He probably got benched in Pop Warner. Let's be real.
Yeah, we should add that to the list. Too.
I mean, he's
He
probably
also
been
got benched while in the womb.
Benched in the NFL. Benched
He got he got benched. Was a joke there. Well, yeah, just remember, Cobra, he can't hear anything we're saying. So basically, we've been talking shit about you the entire time.
Well, shit. Looks like we need more prayer in schools on that one.
Yeah, you don't say schools in America. They're turned into learning institutions. The
Oh.
schools get shot up.
Yeah, that's why they shoot up rivers.
Anyway,
Oh,
so
They're gonna be mutated here soon.
yeah, I mean, especially in Ohio.
Texas.
But anyway, so the USFL, I'm pretty sure they decided to establish in markets that really love football. Like Philadelphia, they are very adamant about their football and about being drunken assholes.
Oh, yeah.
No, Ricky, you could take out the drunken. Take out the drunken. It's Philadelphia. Nothing but.
I mean, drunken. I keep the drunken. I mean, I do know a few good Philadelphia Eagles fans.
I'm talking about Philadelphia residents.
too
I'm
far
not talking about Philadelphia Eagles fans.
Just Philadelphia fans.
We know good Philly fans personally. But anyway.
But no, so I mean, the USFL definitely went with kind of like a safe money bet. The XFL seems more like the experimental football league.
Yeah.
Like they're trying the new things. I mean, even like with the first iteration of the XFL, that's where we got the drone cam.
Yeah.
That's where we got that from. And it's like every instance we've had something new come of it. So, more than likely we'll probably see the XFL style kickoff in the NFL.
Yeah.
That's where we got Taylor Heineke from.
Yeah. Question though, since you were talking about
Yeah.
drunken, which team is more drunken? USFL Philadelphia Stars or XFL DC Defenders?
DC Defenders, bro.
They
They are a mix of a whole bunch of different fans. When they were spanning across the field there in the stadium, they had tons of different shirts on.
I mean, if you go to a place and they're known for making a beer snake, that's kind of top of my list for being more drunken.
The hope is, to add on to the experimental in your XFL quote. The hope is that the XFL does add more rules. I would definitely love to see a more, them take the NFL take from the XFL the actual talk to the quarterback on the sidelines during the game. Like, hey, how was what was going on, man? What's something a little bit more personal.
Another thing I also like more, and honestly, I know it's the refs' job to do it, but the refs have a lot of stuff they have to do. And I think it would speed up the game if they do what the XFL does, and they have a guy in a booth who reviews it for them, so the refs don't have to worry about that. Because the refs have a whole bunch of other things to worry about. They got the crowd chanting, they got the players, chanting, saying stuff, and then they got all the pressure of having to look at this replay. Just have somebody that's not on the field up in the booth like XFL does. What's the big deal?
I mean, the NFL, they've started to institute that. I mean, I forget. Well, I mean, that's New York. But I mean, there's still a guy that's able to challenge it. I mean, personally, I think.
And they do more challenges on certain plays too. That they think you challenge penalties and stuff.
Well, I was gonna say, a rule that I feel really should be instituted is in the final 2 minutes of the game that New York should look at any play, including penalties. Once the penalty is called, they have to review it up in New York.
Yep.
Because I mean, there were way too many games in the NFL this year that were decided on some bullshit penalties.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
The YouTube sporting world called it ref ball.
I mean, but yeah, I mean, something like that would, in my opinion, improve the credibility of the game.
Yeah.
Because right now, the NFL has a credibility problem, in my opinion.
And it has everything to do with the damn referees.
What
is a catch? What is a catch? What is a hold? Oh, you're just gonna favor ex-quarterback? I mean, they've been riding Tom Brady's Johnson for 20 years.
And I mean, as much you started to bring it up that you were tired of Mahomes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this, and it's not anything against any of them.
No.
But here is the proven dynasty formula in the NFL. You take a really good head coach. You give him a really good quarterback. You give them a phenomenal tight end. And everything else, meh.
Yeah.
And you have a dynasty. Because that's the Brady Belichick formula. That's the Kansas City Chiefs formula.
Which might not happen next year because Andy Reid's last game was.
I mean, that's what Baltimore has, but they can't stay healthy.
We'll get away from the NFL. Right
well, I mean, are you going to say, okay, let me rephrase the great coach part and move the adjective to Hall of Fame head coach, because John Harbaugh to me is not a Hall of Fame head coach.
No. Then again, there's George Seifert. Then what's your point?
But again, following that formula.
Yeah.
All right. Ben was like, Baltimore has that formula. No. Okay. Lamar Jackson is a okay quarterback. I mean, Lamar Jackson, I'm going to say, Baltimore needs to build around that motherfucker.
But he gone next year.
He gone.
He gone.
He gone.
He gone. He refused it.
Yeah. He gone. And I mean, we'll talk about that kind of shit, later in another podcast.
Yeah. We'll talk about that when we get to the free agency podcast.
But I mean, so yeah. So the XFL, definitely it's looking great. The attendance is going well. I'm definitely pulling for him.
Yeah. Let's just hope there's not another once in a century plague that wipes it out like they did in 2020.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I mean, we are in 2023. So 2023, you know what they say about all things in threes, whole lot of bullshit. So yeah. Yeah, it's how trilogies roll. It's going to be the worst one of the series.
Yeah, aka the Last Jedi.
And
Or the
then,
Last
I was going to say, the worst
Last-
one of the series.
Last
And then,
Skywalker.
and then, like the fifth or sixth one is going to have the revival of Jon Stewart.
Jon Stewart is already revived. What are you talking about?
No, I'm just saying the fifth or sixth one's going to star Jon Stewart.
Hey,
Like,
hold on here.
Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh, jeez.
Did I find anything? No.
Okay.
All right. So, I think baseball just started reporting. I think, right?
Yep, pitchers and catchers have already reported, my brother.
Yep.
I mean, pitchers and catchers are always reporting.
Oh yeah, just ask San Francisco. Hey-o!
Ren and Stimpy.
Exactly.
But
That's why I said San Francisco.
it's a great cartoon.
great
But anyway, so we got that going on. Again, this is it's wonderful sports, man.
Yeah.
XFL is like extra football. We got the USFL coming up. Month and a half.
We also are on. We are also currently on the road to WrestleMania.
Oh yes, the road to WrestleMania. So
WrestleMania.
Elimination Chamber was Saturday. It was a decent show.
Yeah.
I mean,
but I think also it cements Sami Zayn in WrestleMania. It'll cement Sami Zayn into WrestleMania.
Well, I mean, they've been talking about him and Kevin Owens teaming up to face the Usos anyway.
I don't think that's going to happen.
It's
They've been teasing.
I mean, it's gonna happen.
Just like it'll happen. Just like El Generico returning from his orphanage in Mexico.
I mean, like not gonna lie, I had somewhat of a problem with the Sami Zayn Roman match. I hated the pacing on it. Yeah, it was for what it was. It was a 5-minute match that they drew on that 15 minutes in the beginning.
Really?
Like it was posturing and shit like that for 15 minutes, and then 5 minutes of a hell of a match.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, though, whenever you have a pay-per-view in Canada for whatever reason, those people go nuts, and the posturing and just they did a good job just soaking the life out of that crowd, just getting everything they could out of that crowd, doing a little bit here. Sami Zayn pops off, crowd goes nuts. Roman comes back in, dominates, and then Sami tries to do that underdog story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, not gonna lie, the story that they told in that match was great. I love the story that got told.
Yeah.
I just think, like, for the match that it was, they took too long to start the story.
Yeah, they took a little while. And
well, I mean, if you think about it, it's almost kind of poetic because Sami Zayn's career took too long for it to actually start going just as well.
Sorry. Yeah,
I mean, Sami Zayn has peaks and valleys, but no matter what, he's worked.
He has the championship qualities. It's just when is his time? And right now, it's not lining up with him. And what they should have done, they should, which I don't know what the hell they're doing, but they should have just got rid of one of the belts. They should have done a tie where they both pinned each other, and then it just said, okay, well, he'll get one belt and he'll get the other belt. That's what they should have done. But no, what are they doing? Like, are they just making one belt for the entire like Raw and SmackDown? Because I'm confused currently.
Oh, we just lost the other one.
Yeah.
So basically, my thought is with the belts, they're gonna do it at Night of Champions. They're gonna probably have some authoritative figure. Adam Pearce, or they'll probably have Triple H come out and be like, oh, "I'm tired of you. We're separating the belts again. You have to defend the titles both at Night of Champions.
So,
I mean, that could happen too. I mean, you got 2 nights of it.
gosh.
Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah. Now you can go.
All right. This is what I've noticed since I've been away from the podcast. Have you noticed that all the All-Star games with the Pro Bowl, the NHL, the NBA All-Star game have been absolute garbage this year?
Okay, we'll get back to it. We're in the wrestling talk right now.
Right.
But yeah, we'll go because we got to talk about White Man Can Jump. So we're gonna talk about the All-Star games. But no, but yeah. So like with wrestling, like that story needed to get told. I mean, I hate to say it, like they really dropped the ball a little bit here. I think the Sami Zayn story,
they're taking too long to pull the trigger.
Nope.
You think so?
Nope.
You think so?
Now, so ultimately, yes. The way they did the bloodline and everything with Sami Zayn coming back. Sami Zayn should not have been the person to face Roman at Elimination Chamber.
You think it should have been one of the uses?
No. I think that it should have been an Elimination Chamber match.
Yeah.
All right. And then Sami Zayn, when he turned on Roman.
Yeah.
Or when that thing happened with Roman, they should have written Sami off.
Yeah.
Okay? They should have written Sami off injury. Like, oh my God, like, they kill Sami.
You
pretty
bastard.
much. And then Sami could have come back right after WrestleMania. But, I'm like, oh, yeah, what would we have done with Roman Reigns during the Elimination Chamber? You had a match that really that still would have been strong. That still would have been a great match with Roman, Bobby Lashley, and Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
And Roman Reigns. That would have been a phenomenal triple threat main event.
Yeah.
Or hell, just stick those guys in the chamber. Could you imagine that in an elimination chamber? Those three beasts.
Would have been nice, but Brock Lesnar would have played his creative control Uno reverse card as he always does because it's Brock Lesnar.
I think Brock Lesnar's been more chill this time around with Cowboy Brock has been a lot cooler than Heyman Brock.
He's been a little tame.
Yeah, he's been more lenient.
And he's been comedian too. He's been a little bit of comedy.
He's having fun.
Yeah, like comedy is part of his little nature now. Like he likes to laugh now.
I mean, he's got like what, 2 kids? I think he's actually showing up for his kids. Like, your dad's a monster, but he's funny. He's dad joke. He's New Balance Brock.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Jamie.
Literally.
Welcome back, Jamie.
Thank you. You guys were talking about Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley, correct?
Well, basically, before you came back, I was like, talking kind of that this Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, as much as it was a great match, as much as the Bloodline story has been a very good story, Sami should not have been the one to face Roman at Elimination Chamber.
I agree. One thing that I was thinking back when Royal Rumble happened, I did not expect the Sami Zayn turn to happen at Royal Rumble. I think it was misplaced. I think they should have done their thing, had Sami kind of stop Roman from doing the final blow on KO. That's well and good. What I was expecting them to do is his quote unquote final test is they were going to have a number 1 contender match for Roman Reigns or a Roman Reigns title match in Elimination Chamber. He does some tribal chief way pull on Adam Pearce, and instead he throws Sami Zayn in the chamber. Sami Zayn wins despite Roman's contacts, and they do an evolution type turning on Sami Zayn that night.
Well, yeah, and I was saying like with the Royal Rumble, how like they beat the shit out of him in the middle of the ring. I definitely think they should have kept Sammy off, just like kept him off TV, and wait until like after WrestleMania to bring him back, like possibly, that um, Backlash premiere live event. He comes out at the end and basically sets up a program where Sammy would face Roman at like SummerSlam.
That could be something, but the one thing,
Yeah, that
aside from like the Sami Zayn bloodline storyline, one thing that I absolutely feel like they just botched right from the very beginning is what are they doing with Bray Wyatt and his crew? It goes with him trying to fend off this mysterious Uncle Howdy persona to all of a sudden he's back in control and he calls out Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar, and
nothing
happening. Brock Lesnar doing the DQ at Elimination Chamber. They both both had moments on Raw, whether by mentioning or by match.
Alexa Bliss too.
Alexa Bliss takes time out. The whole call out by Bray Wyatt just seems very misplaced.
And are they going
I don't know what they're doing.
Show us? Obviously, it's Bo Dallas. I mean, are they ever going to show us?
I mean, frankly, I'm at a point I don't care. Yeah, like I don't care who Uncle Howdy is. I don't care who all these other personas and everything are. I just want something to happen. Like Bray Wyatt to me is a fantastic storyteller. He is
fantastic delivery of the story. Unfortunately, WWE creative fails him.
You know what? I was before you. I was gonna say before you interjected, Cobes. He reminds me a lot of Jake Roberts.
Really?
Yeah,
that's fair.
I mean, what Bray Wyatt is doing is a lot like what we used to get out of Jake Roberts in the early 90s. And that's almost where I will put Bray. Like Bray has the capability of being the main event guy, the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, there are so many men in the WWE right now.
You know what?
You
know who has been signed by WWE but has yet to make a return yet?
Who?
What's his name?
What the fuck is his name? He is the greatest indie wrestler.
Jamie, the guy from TNA. Then he went to oh damn it, I forgot his name now.
Johnny Baba Ganoush.
No, he was in Sanity. The Sanity guy. Oh gosh, darn it.
Eric Young.
Yeah.
I mean, EY. Yeah, he's definitely a.
He hasn't shown up yet.
Well, I mean, I think they're retooling him. I think that's part of kind of like an agreement with Impact to kind of sell the death thing. I definitely, if anything, EY is going to come back as like a mask guy until it finally gets revealed. And
I mean, it kind of explains why Nikki Cross kind of went back to her crazy lady gimmick.
Yeah. Yeah, unless they go back to Sanity and they bring back everybody else.
Worst case scenario, there's your Uncle Howdy.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't mind it.
I wouldn't mind it, but we already see the Uncle Howdy in there, and based on
everything,
the visual appearance of
like
how jacked EY is now compared to the physical stature of the Uncle Howdy that they have in the ring, staying with Bray Wyatt on the SmackDown prior to Elimination Chamber. Definitely not.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, not gonna lie, this is still the best era right now in terms of talent in all of wrestling.
Well, he also
and spread out. And I'm not just talking about WWE. I'm talking about everywhere.
AEW,
Spring
Impact,
Blade is
even some of the
free agent.
indie scenes, New
Yeah,
Japan,
I agree.
This
I
is
agree.
the
That's
best
Spring Blade.
era for talent.
Yeah, we're about to
Jay
hit
White
another.
is a free agent. He might be either coming WWE or AEW.
I would see him more in AEW. Definitely. And I'm not gonna like say anything wrong about WWE. I think that AEW is more about the smaller type wrestlers. And so, you know how Vince McMahon is. How he
Vince
likes
loves the big schwicky men.
he loves himself a side of beefcake.
Well, even that, for
Yeah,
me,
he definitely
watching
loves
it
the
as a
brother
wrestling fan in general,
Ugh.
the difference between AEW and WWE is AEW puts on the matches that you long to see, like the in your face. Let's just be the best wrestler we can possibly be.
Yeah.
But WWE tells a hell of a lot better story from a week in, week out basis.
They do. And here's my problem here with AEW. And WWE doesn't do it enough. But so there's a few things that AEW does that I don't agree with, and one of them is the blood. There's way too much blood. You shouldn't have to have that much blood every single episode. I mean, that's just a little asinine. Another issue I have with AEW is the fact
It's people
that,
service.
Huh?
People service.
It's fan service.
Yeah.
Fan service. That's what it was.
Yeah,
it's
fan
the
service.
of
We
the-
love fan service.
It's the
Like, that's
free
why. That's why.
wrestling. It's like you can't go one AEW episode without John Moxley.
That's why Legends Night's a thing. We love fan service.
And
Hey, remember this old wrestler? Oh, he was relevant.
it's the simple fact that not only can they not stop mentioning WWE, like they just cannot help themselves. They just got to do it almost every single episode. They have to mention WWE every single. They always got to make some kind of jab, and like it gets old. But the other thing is Tony Khan, man, he needs to learn when to shut up. Like that dude is annoying.
You know who he kind of reminds you of? He reminds me a lot of Eric Bischoff in like '96.
Why did I think?
Yeah, I was going to say that.
When he first got on TV, he was the kind of
WCW.
Hey, I'm
Eric
here. I'm
Are you
here.
talking about Tony Khan?
Yes, we were talking about Tony Khan.
Like I said, I can't hear you guys.
That's great.
Basically, Cobra, he's getting all of his cues from me. He can only hear me. So, but yeah, Tony Khan is like Eric Bischoff when Eric Bischoff first got on TV.
I would agree with that.
It's like, hey, look at me. I'm rubbing elbows with these world champion, big, beefy, sweaty guys. Look at me with my tight pants and my enormous bulges.
You guys want to hear my biggest unpopular opinion when it comes to wrestling?
Indie stars.
What is it?
The indie darlings.
My most unpopular opinion on all of wrestling going on today is how great is Dominic Mysterio.
Dude, I am absolutely loving. I am loving how natural his heel energy is. He is probably right now the second hottest thing in WWE.
I've been right.
I would argue that he is probably the hottest heel in all of wrestling.
Oh God, yes. Right now, yeah,
even more than
Roman.
MJF.
He got a lot of heat. But there was another wrestler that got a lot of heat too. Oh shit! It was Elimination Chamber. Remember, who all got the heat? I know Dominic Mysterio got a lot of heat. But
when you have your hometown boy wrestling in a match, and the only thing the crowd cares about is saying "F you" to Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah,
that's God mode.
Roman Reigns also got a lot of heat.
Well, yeah, he's facing Sami Zayn, but if you were to put Roman Reigns versus Dominic Mysterio, I bet you that crowd would cheer for Roman Reigns.
Oh yeah, definitely.
No.
Like if they would.
You know what would be the ultimate heel move any organization would do?
But
They would get like a hometown hero, hometown boy,
yes,
and absolutely fucking decimate him.
yes, that's what they did. That's what they've done so many times.
Yeah.
And-
But
They did that elimination chamber.
Like, I mean, absolutely damn near crucify him. That's how bad.
Well, no, okay. So basically, ever since the Montreal Screwjob,
Yeah.
yeah, right, you can almost say the hometown boy has been fucked over in WWE. Even though, yes, Bret Hart's not from fucking Montreal; he's from Alberta. But still, like, they will bring out. When was actually no? The last time they had somebody was kind of like, this is the hometown boy that made good. That's not named CM Punk.
I think it was Daniel Bryan.
No.
I'll probably say John Cena.
I was gonna say the last one was CM Punk.
Yeah.
All right, in Chicago.
Yeah.
But the other one, Gilbert.
The legend. The legendary.
Like
John
honestly,
Cena.
like that's like every other like, oh yeah, this is the hometown. Like it's almost become like the I promise you I won't die in an anime. Like it's almost a death knell.
Well, the way they have Dominic Mysterio
Alfred,
and
you
Rhea
sent that note on Gilbert.
doing the holiday things is great.
Yeah,
Again,
it's genius. Like using social media to further your perspective as being a heel. It's
I'm
just
starting to
genius.
wonder if that teardrop tattoo is real now.
All right.
I mean, all right. So enough about Wonderful World of Wrestling
Because we'll get to that.
because I mean, not gonna lie, I could talk about wrestling for 24
We got
hours
All-Star.
straight. We have All-Star games to talk about.
later. Oh,
The Miz,
God.
best shot.
They were terrible this year.
They've all been terrible.
The Pro Bowl being the Pro Bowl.
I mean, dude,
That was horrible.
the Pro Bowl, not gonna lie, the thing that I would take from it, and this is me putting on my thinking cap and sending an audio letter to Electronic Arts.
Don't ruin it with the Frostbite engine.
EA, the Pro Bowl games, you can bring out Street and just be like Pro Bowl games. Basically, just make it flag football.
They'll ruin it. They'll ruin it with the Frostbite engine.
Well, either way, like seriously, 7-on-7.
Yeah.
Make the field shorter. Flag football. Oh, they ain't worried about pads. So you got likenesses.
Again, still then just make it NFL
Bring
Street.
back, bring
make
back.
it NFL Street. If you're gonna do it like that.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, NFL Street is a ruined franchise name.
Thank you.
I
NFL Tour.
mean, yeah, thank you, EA.
Well, apparently this is their year to shine, or people are going to start getting canned.
Again, this is why I'm gifting them wonderful ideas.
They won't listen to
I
you.
mean, I will not ask for anything more than a holla at your boy.
They won't listen to you. They never listen to the fans.
They don't listen. I know.
Kind of
but
like
still.
the NBA's in the video game, the NBA on the All Star
It's
game.
weird to me that the best All-Star game is the
pretty cool.
NHL. It's weird to me.
I like
Why?
This
Hockey
year.
is fucking great.
Yeah, I know.
baseball
I know,
or
But
derby.
I'm talking about the All-Star game. The All-Star game this year has been a lot of pandering. This year, a lot more TikTok-y, very slow moving. I mean, yeah, you gave a little fan service to Roberto Luongo,
Okay.
and I'm like, dude,
I mean, to be fair, the best All-Star game
I think
is
six.
baseball.
Yeah, I
All-Star
love the
game
home
is
run
baseball.
derby.
Is
Yeah,
baseball.
baseball's
Like
All-Star.
seriously, do you want the hard truth or do you want to watch me crush some dingers?
Dingers!
Yeah, there you go.
And of course, NBA bringing Carl
And then you got
Malone.
the
What the fuck are you
Celebrity
doing?
softball game.
Yeah, I mean,
The celebrity basketball game is the only thing that I watched.
I have not seen that.
could have used.
You
anyone
missed Mike
else.
the
You could have
Miz
used Rasheed
deliver
Wallace
a
for the
half-court shot.
three-pointer. You could use
Oh, I
Allen
heard about
Iverson.
Nice.
You could
But
use-
he didn't count apparently.
I know it didn't count, but it was still amazing to see because earlier he did on his Instagram. He said half-court 4-point shot. He went to do it. He missed. And he said, "Come game time, it's automatic. Just watch." And then boom, he delivered. It just makes me believe more in the Miz, even outside wrestling.
But hey, I mean, we all know what's going on with these things. All right. They're a bunch of millionaires that do not want to play it. They don't.
No.
They're playing, they're getting paid to play in a game nobody wants to be at, including fans. All right. And they're not, and I mean, some of it's even like the owners don't want their players in there because there's a way to get hurt.
Why Josh Allen's refused to be in it for the past few years.
Well, for
Well,
baseball,
I mean,
it actually
you know.
means something. For
Well,
baseball, it actually have a reason to play.
I mean, they do it in NBA too. Like it counts for the home field advantage anyway.
It's a joke, though. The NBA's All-Star Game is a joke. Did you see the score?
You imply that I actually watch basketball.
I mean,
Honestly.
But how's that in comparison to any other All-Star game?
Yeah, it's all offense, no defense. Because quite honestly, none of the fans are going to watch a 3-6 football game.
I could go without the flag football game and just have each division come up with their 3 best Madden players and do games of MUT. I'd much rather watch that.
There,
like a simulation.
I mean, something to be cool. Like, I don't know if you guys play Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh or anything, but those card games, they have like hey, here's like 15 booster packs. Create a deck out of it and play it. Basically, have like the draft mode.
NHL does that.
In
the All-Star game. Yeah,
Well, no. Instead of like an actual like game being played,
yeah.
Kind of following what Jamie was saying about the kind of the each division throws their 3 best Madden players. Actually, you don't even have to be their 3 best Madden players. Just like take like popular vote, top 8, 1 from each division. And basically, they do a Madden tournament instead.
Yeah, I can see that too.
The fan experience.
That'd be great.
And then the ultimate winner earns points for their division. Cool.
I was gonna say, the winning guy, their conference gets, the home field advantage. Money for charity. That works too. I mean, anything more than
flag football for funsies.
Yeah.
I mean, do all the other sporting stuff, do all the other competitions that they do. But the problem with that is they don't show it. They show it on some bogus channels. They don't show it on mainstream channels.
Twitch.
Their throwing activities and stuff the quarterbacks do?
Oh, you mean the quarterback club and shit like that?
Yeah, all that stuff that they do.
No,
You
but
don't
I
show
mean,
that
they
right
have, Twitch had a Fortnite tournament with football players during
I think the
Super Bowl weekend.
I think the last time they had the quarterback club competition, Brett Favre stole welfare money. Allegedly.
They have like that kind of stuff on the ESPN. Yocho. Or NFL Network, will air it. I mean, like, not gonna lie, the NFL Pro Bowl is not gonna be a thing. They need to quit beating around the bush about it and just decide, hey, we're going to either not have it or make it the game in Canton, the Hall of Fame game.
Or
and
do you know what I would love to see instead? Pro Bowl week. You take the 2 worst teams
and they fight
put
for
them
one?
against each other. They fight for the first round draft pick.
As like a draft lottery.
Well,
as like the draft, as like a
it
similar
was like 1 and 2 go against each other for 1.
for the draft
Yeah.
lottery, basically like a
Yeah.
draft lottery.
That way, nobody fucking tanks anymore.
Yeah, because
Mhm.
they don't want to admit it, but yeah, there's tanking involved in these sports leagues.
Oh yeah,
They don't
Well,
want to
Dolphins
admit that,
proved
but,
that.
but it's there.
Yeah,
76ers did it for
Literally, the
years.
suck for luck campaign was.
I mean, the
further proof of that.
76ers still kind of do it.
I mean,
but,
I
you
don't
know,
want them to implement.
Trust the process, Ricky. Trust.
I don't want them to
the
implement
process.
a lottery thing though, because I hate the lottery shit. That's shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Baseball
instead of
Hmm.
the Pro Bowl, they're like, cool. We now have an understanding as to who is going to be the first and second round, or number 1 and number 2 pick in the NFL draft. You two teams are going to battle it out for that top spot, and then the loser gets the second pick.
Or, other than that, the week before the Super Bowl, you're going to have you should have the 2 teams that lost in the conference game. You should have them play the game before the Super Bowl. Have
For the
a
ultimate
third
number
place
3.
game.
For the what?
As if they'll debate a bronze medal.
The third place, they should have a third place game.
The bronze medal will.
And again, like I said, move the Pro Bowl to the Hall of Fame game.
Yeah.
And instead of the AFC players versus the NFC players, you bring back some old names. Like, the AFC team. Hey, we're the Oilers. And have them do the Oilers colors.
Yeah.
And who are they gonna play against?
In the NFC.
The Dragons.
The Barcelona
The Barcelona Dragons.
That'd be hilarious. That'd be great.
Barcelona grit.
That'd be great.
Or just like or have them go against the football team.
So you actually
Or the LA Extreme.
gave
Coach
me an
Mike
idea.
Bobby Maddox.
You actually gave me an idea though that I remembered. So an idea I was thinking about for NASCAR.
Legendary quarterback Tommy
NASCAR?
Maddox.
Yeah, you're always going to celebrate the winner. But you know how Formula One and and India, they all do the podium thing too.
Okay.
And honestly, I think that to make it a little more, I don't know, to get the fans more involved instead of be like, there's only one winner, second through third, and everybody else don't really matter. Why don't we just do like a celebration for the second and third place guys too? And they get like
You ain't first, you last. Shake
All
it,
right.
baby.
Ricky Bobby.
all right, Ricky Bobby.
A little bit of shake
I don't know.
and
NASCAR needs to mix it up a little bit.
Oh, you're talking about Kyle Larson and Ricky Stenhouse? Yeah, I got you.
Did you see that though? He was at Waffle House.
Yeah. My
Oh,
man
great.
celebrated Daytona 500 win by going to Waffle House. He didn't go to Disney. He went to Waffle House.
I mean, everybody going to Waffle House to celebrate.
Oh yeah.
Like
Waffle House is
seriously.
good Waffle House is good eating. You'll actually find the manager.
I was gonna say.
in the middle.
I was gonna say,
Not in Delaware.
Valentine's Day, you celebrate, getting it on with your lovely by going to Waffle House. You take her ass and get her smothered and covered, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, you don't
All-Star
want
special day. The All-Star special.
you don't want to go to Delaware
get
Waffle House.
waffle, you get toast, you get
Oh,
Twitter
speaking of Waffle House,
grits,
that's something else that you could do for the
with
All-Stars.
bacon,
Put them
sausage,
in an
country
eating contest,
ham,
like a hot dog.
Smack it on the table.
Oh, dude. Miles
Put those
Garrett still
linebackers-
get fucking hurt there.
Put those linebackers or offensive linemen in a hot dog eating contest.
You'll probably feel like Alex Smith at the end of the day.
I mean, seriously, the
With his
hot dog
RoboCop
eating
knee.
contest. Oh man, definitely Tom Brady be the goat on that one.
Considering how long he's eating Roger Goodell's hot dog.
Hey, that's
Hey.
definitely a glizzy.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you could do the hot dog eating contest, and you could literally have a representative from each team.
yeah, that's your Walter Payton Man of the Year candidates.
You gotta
Yeah,
have
there you go.
Commentate.
That belongs to
And then the
party.
winner gets to donate the money to their charity that they were doing for the Man of the Year.
Absolutely.
Like how many people mobilized?
Well, I mean, you were talking about the Mar Hamlin.
Talk about Hamlin, yeah. How many people mobilized?
Everybody did.
Everybody.
I mean, that was probably the most. when the ESPYs come around, that needs to be like the unifying moment in sports.
Is
Yeah.
Damar Hamlin's
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Which not gonna lie,
fight for
yeah,
us.
definitely that was one of the things that well, actually, that was the key thing that destroyed Buffalo this year.
Yeah.
Because I mean, not
were too
you know
hurt to
not
too hurt to continue.
Yeah,
They wanted the season to be over already. They were too hurt to continue mentally. They were too hurt to continue.
yeah, and I mean,
It happens to a lot of teams. It happened to the '85 Flyers. They were the best team in the league, and they lost their best goaltender, Pelle Lindbergh, to a drunk drive incident, and they ended up getting swept by the Rangers. That's what happened.
like seriously, going back to a great football game, the replacements.
Yeah.
What do teams need? Heart, miles and miles of heart, and a lot of teams give it up.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Arizona midway through the third quarter in the Super Bowl.
Oh, I thought you were about just in general because it seems to be a continuing topic.
So,
Yeah,
Look at Jared Goff's talent in the Super Bowl.
we have
We can
the
go on and on
baseball.
about that.
We have the baseball World Series Classic coming up too.
baseball, been very good to me.
Yeah, you got
There
the
is only one constant though in baseball, and that is Lowell Mets reigning supreme across the land once again, delivering the laughter in baseball.
Not fair, but I mean, you're talking about the Winter Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, I'm not gonna lie. I can't name a team that's I feel is gonna win it because I don't follow baseball much anymore. Hey, I just hope they all have a good time.
I sent it links
all
to
honesty,
the chat.
The best time to talk about baseball
Going
is
over
during
the
playoffs.
teams.
Right now, it's
Every normal.
anyone's game. It's a clean slate.
Yeah, that's how I look at it. It can be it's anybody's game. I'm
That is the
guessing,
best way I can describe it. It's a clean
I'm guessing Team USA
until we get to October. It's a clean slate.
I would
And then
say
the Astros have enough hand signals to win it all.
and trash
probably
cans.
Dominican Republic and Japan are
They'll
probably
be banging on them trash cans like it's Don't Fear the Reaper.
in Cuba.
Said Japan and Cuba. I mean,
Japan,
I'm surprised.
Cuba and Dominican Republic. I would think
Yeah.
they're good baseball cities or good baseball countries. I mean,
Good
sorry.
baseball cities. I mean, Japan.
You know what I mean? Countries.
Yeah.
Japan is as dedicated to
Fit
baseball.
in some of our U.S. states. So yeah, definitely a city of Japan. Definitely be
Yeah.
I love that city.
Hopefully they don't
I love
bomb.
that city too.
Maybe they get away from the tentacles.
So anyway, I think we covered everything. God, it has definitely been a long, full packed episode of the podcast. Yeah, definitely. Anybody got anything else to add before we do the wrap up?
Hopefully, we see you all at the road to WrestleMania.
We will see you on the road to WrestleMania.
I'm not sure if there's
We've
anything
got
else we need to
something
cover.
special on that night. But before
What
For
was
the-
that, Ben?
I know Brittany Griner got her 1 year deal, which I don't think that's amazing. to say. We knew that was going to come.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah,
I thought we were
going
going
to
to go a whole
the
podcast
stand-up
without talking
contest.
about that.
right.
I was hoping. You had to go and ruin it, Ben. You had to bring her up.
Hey, one mention.
Doesn't even deserve that, but I rest my case.
No, I agree. But
I mean, but
everybody-
anybody gets talked about. Apparently, some punter in Mexico got a job. So we're gonna bring up some failures, people and athletes.
Well, I will say, I guess I'll
I'll
do a plug, Ben, if you want me to.
Go ahead.
For those who like NASCAR and like the e-gaming and stuff, Ben doesn't run it as much, but me and Ben are a part of a NASCAR racing league called the Thomas Cup Series. Every Thursday night at 9 p.m. We run races. This week we're at Martinsville. So
Ooh, Martinsville.
I'm currently working on my internet to make it stream worthy. So once I get that dialed down, I'll lay out the Twitch name. So if anybody wants to check it out, see some good racing, that'll be cool.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely be down for that. Definitely. All right. So, I lost my train of thought.
So
But-
anyway,
On that note, thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you, Cobes. Thank you, Ben.
Yep.
This is Ricky. This has been a Social Sports Pad podcast. And from all of us, we wish you a good night, good week, and always
a good
good
season.
Yeah.
Dominic Mysterio, best heel in the world. Let's go.
Woo, comment.
Let's enjoy it. Let's have fun. All right. Good season, guys.
Good season.
Good
Good
season.
season.
See you on the road to WrestleMania.
Ta-da.